Right, back in paradise. This is survival. Not really sure why I'm here, but I am here. Right, I'm going to speak with Chief Sugiyama. Yeah, talk to this character and see if they want to... No, right, no, I mixed this up. Yeah, this is about the mysterious derelicts, supposedly derelicts ghost ship in orbit. How cool it would be if you could see it. But you can't. It would be really cool. Right.
And welcome back, Mr. Tofik. I am aware that this is your 8th visit to our resort. Your repeat patronage is much appreciated. Is there any assistance I may offer you today?
Actually, a question. Usually when I come here, the shuttle takes a certain route, showing me the beauty of this world. But this time, our entries seem to take longer, and we pass by a lot more open water. Was there something wrong with our normal flight path? I heard the rumors of a ship in orbit.
Please allow me to apologize for this inconvenience. This alternate entry was required due to a meteor shower affecting the usual descent route. Nothing to worry about. To make up for this, allow me to credit your account with a 15% discount on spa amenities. Once again, we are dreadfully sorry.
It's okay, Viator. I know you're programmed to be overly concerned with your service. I just wanted to know why. But thank you for crediting my account anyway.
This is your first time here.
I noticed you arriving at port shortly after I did. Something's been bothering me, and I've been dying to ask another guest. They told us there was a very active meteor shower, which is why we had to divert our flight path coming in for our landing. But I haven't seen a single shooting star since I've been here. That's weird, right?
Why would I tell him when there's someone who wants to probably pay me to keep this hush hush?
You're probably right. I've just been feeling stressed as of late, and worrying about something silly like that will only make it worse. I should just relax here and let Paradiso melt away my worries like it always does. Thank you for grounding me.
This is your first time here. Thank you for choosing Paradiso for your vacation destination.
What makes you think I'm here on vacation?
You should inspect your ship for heat leeches every couple landings. They'll cause plenty of havoc if left unchecked. Anything I can help you with? Sure, have at it.
So I'm registering the ship for 10,000, almost 11,000, and I have 12,000, almost 13,000. Now I'm going to
I'm sure you can find something you like.
Sell it. Oh. That was a nice ship. With cool ship parts I've never seen before. Why have fuel that exposed? I don't get it. Holy shit. Wait, what? Which one is the ship and which one? Is this one ship? I would say that these are two ships. What? Holy yeah. Now then, I'm going to sell you So have fun with the ship you just bought, along with the corpses on it. Right. What's with the lag here? I don't like it. Why is it every time I touch down on a new place, it will go to nighttime? It's just a... Why is it lagging? Christ on a crutch. Seriously. Yeah, I experience nighttime more than daytime on planets. That's just the feeling I got. So, security. Yeah, I'm just gonna... Hold on. Yeah, lag is not something I've experienced playing this game. So now it's kind of annoying. I'll survive, I guess.
Welcome to Paradiso. Jiro Sugiyama at your service. Do you have a security concern, or is there something else I can help you with?
You contacted me.
Neither. We're our own private force. The Paradiso Group pays top dollar for top-notch security. And I dare say we're some of the best in the business. We have to be out here on the fringes of the settled systems. Honestly, it's not as exciting as you might think most of the time. More often than not, we're just handling drunk and disorderly conduct. Heck, even pirates leave us alone for the most part. I think it's because some of them actually vacation here. As long as they're not bothering anyone, we've been told not to worry about them. Ah, yes, of course. I'm glad you came. As you can imagine, we're in a bit of a predicament. Under normal circumstances, we would not enlist outside help in this manner. But this is a matter we can't afford to worry our guests about. As such, we need to handle this discreetly. Failure on your part to do so could have severe consequences. So, before we proceed, can you swear not to discuss this with anyone else unless explicitly directed to do so? You're right. We're not. Which means we're not bound by anyone's laws but our own. In other words, it's our system and our rules. Neither the UC nor the Freestar Collective will help you if you get into trouble here.
Okay. Look at that mean look he just shot at me.
Great. I appreciate it. Not too long ago, a strange and enormous ship appeared in Parima space. It is now locked in orbit around our planet. So far, it doesn't seem to be hostile, but any attempts to communicate with it have been in vain, so we're unsure of the ship's intentions. It bears no discernible markings or allegiances to any manufacturers we're aware of. I'm hoping that doesn't mean we're dealing with some sort of new deep space threat. Can't say for sure. Looks worn, but not cobbled together like a Crimson Fleet junker. Others have been saying it's some new Varun design, a gigantic battleship with hidden armaments preparing for assault, but that doesn't check out either. There's also been talk about non-human sentient life. The comms data we received might support that, but humanity's spread far and wide and no one's ever encountered anything like that. Still, first contact. Could you imagine? Not quite. It took some time, but we received a transmission. It was all, pardon the phrasing, it sounded almost alien, like nothing anyone's heard before. Clicks, distorted groans, buzzing, really disturbing sounds. Now, one of our engineers says it could just be some busted comm equipment or incompatible signals, but we're not sure. So far, no one's disembarked from the ship, no landing craft, nothing. We don't have the staff or ships to spare, otherwise we'd dock with it and attempt to board. It is. Whatever's going on, we need to approach this with care. First, see if you have more luck communicating with them. If not, you may have to try boarding. Whatever you do, it's important to remember to seek diplomacy with who or whatever's on board. As soon as you have any more information, report to Oliver Campbell. He's the CEO of Paradiso. All formal decisions will need to go through him, and he'll have your pay. Good luck.
Thank you. Haha. USB-Z. Or C. There might be magazines here, so I'm trying to take a stroll. So seriously, what did I tell you? What is this? Every single time I see more nighttime than daytime. Possibly no. I'll return. I want to know what's on that. Star Destroyer. Eerie and uncanny as hell. Love it. So, guesses? I'm thinking research vessel and whatever they were researching upon or experimenting upon. Yeah, they got loose. That is my guess. Do we have corpses or anything? while. Yeah, either my character is rolling his eyes or looking intoxicated, or we have this maniac Christ on a cross. Yeah, I know I'm scared to face whatever haunts this ship, but what the hell? Oh shit. And now they think I'm hostile. I'm actually going to. Let me guess, I will shoot automatically. No? Yes? No? No. Okay. So this is the picture I wanted. There we go. Do we have a normal? No, not really. But whatever.
Remain calm. There's no reason to suspect whatever it is hostile.
Now's the time to close.
Agreed. But we must be ready. Now, eyes and ears sharp.
You're human. It's just that we weren't expecting to find life, let alone human life out here. We thought we were the only ones to leave Earth.
What?
Perhaps we should greet our guests.
Of course. Manners. I'm Captain Diana Brackenridge. This is Security Officer Bomani Reader. And this is Dr. Mabuti da Costa, one of our elders.
A pleasure to meet you.
Ha.
I see. As you may have presumed, we're in a bit of a bind. Our ship has finally completed its near 200-year journey from Earth, only to find our new home seemingly colonized by... well, we don't know. Communications haven't been successful, so your arrival is fortuitous. Perhaps you'd be willing to act as a middle person between ourselves and... the others. Ah, your question confirms one of our recent theories. It would seem that some form of faster-than-light travel or space-bending technology was invented during our long journey. That would explain why we would find people this far out into space. I guess technology leapfrogged us at some point. Interesting. I can only imagine that our predecessors didn't believe the technology would ever work, and so they made the decision to leave when they did.
So cryo chambers, capsules, and slowly traveling in space. Oh.
Well, the short answer is, we didn't. It's a generation ship, which is to say that most of us lived long, happy lives on board and passed our mission down to our children. It was never intended that the original crew would make it to our destination. The goal was always the preservation of the human race above all else. Though, it would seem that was perhaps a bit presumptuous. Of course, we know that now. Human or not, we were still unable to communicate our intentions. As soon as we discovered them, we fully expected negotiations would be necessary. Now then, please follow me. There's much to discuss first. We'll speak more on the matter once we reach the bridge. Dr. DaCosta, you may return to your quarters if you wish.
Thank you, Captain.
I will follow you to the bridge, ma'am, for security purposes.
I do not believe we have need to fear our guest, but I'll allow it if you insist.
Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
Yeah, I did notice the weapons.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Welcome
Don't change
to the Earth
that.
colony ship Constant. In the early 2100s, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, researched a number of scientific scenarios: climate change, asteroid impact, nuclear war, global pandemic, and more. Each scenario showed the likelihood of an extinction-level event to be within 50 years. He fully believed Earth was destined to be rendered uninhabitable. We've always assumed that's what happened. So, he gathered the best and brightest he could find, built the Constant, and set a course for this planet here. We were told that it was the largest, most advanced ship ever constructed on Earth at the time. If you can believe, entire generations have been born, lived, and died on the ship.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out. We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for a reason.
It really goes to show that there are no limits to human ingenuity and perseverance.
$200. They didn't take themselves apart. Tear themselves
Just
apart.
stay out of trouble. Never
So,
seen a ship
here we
like
are.
yours before.
Let's talk.
Then again, I haven't seen any ships before you arrived.
I know Captain Brackenridge has essentially given you free rein to wander the ship, but security will still be watching you closely. I hope you understand, given we have so little experience with people from the outside. It pays to take security seriously, something I understand much better now than in my youth.
Now that you're here, I can finally give my crew a chance at a new life. Difficult is the wrong word. It can be both challenging at times and also exciting. Our mission was to rebuild humanity on a distant world, believing that we were Earth's last hope. To think that while there has always been a Brackenridge in the captain's chair, that I am the one to finally oversee our journey's end is truly exhilarating. But with this stumbling block in our path, at this final moment, I fear tough choices will need to be made. A bit frazzled, as you can imagine. People are anxious about discovering that we're not alone, and also worried about what will come to pass. While we hope we can work out a deal with the people on the surface, they seem reluctant to reach out, so there's no telling what will come of that. I do know that we can't afford to stay here in orbit forever. The ship was built to sustain us for many years with backup provisions just in case, but even that will come to an end eventually. I think I'm coming up on 6 years now. I was only a teenager when my father died, passing command of the ship to me, as is tradition. Because of that, I've had to sort of learn as I go along, instead of taking years of study and apprenticeship under the prior captain. I think some people on the ship resent me for not having the level of experience as my predecessors. But at the same time, without my command, we likely wouldn't have made it here so quickly. Well, as I mentioned, we've been unsuccessful in communications with anyone up until you arrived, though not for lack of trying. But since you're asking, maybe you'd be willing to be a sort of diplomat between us and them as we attempt to resolve our situation. Does that sound agreeable to you?
Why, oh why, do I get the feeling and sense that I've seen this before? I'm reminded of Fallout 3 and the that building, the tower, parlaying with those who live in that building and the mutants outside. And we do know how that went.
We suspect that our equipment is woefully obsolete compared to whatever you all have now. In all honesty, we never expected to need to communicate with anyone, so our comms aren't particularly robust. That limits our options. We even attempted communicating with lights and sounds, something we saw in an old movie, but I don't believe they picked up on it. If anything, it may have inadvertently alarmed them. Ah, so they have a name. Paradiso. And it sounds promising that they sent you here to speak with us. You see, we intended to settle here, but we assumed that they intend to defend their claim given their presence here. We'd like you to go speak to them on our behalf and help us negotiate a solution, preferably one that favors us. When we left Earth, there were no claims to planets this far out into space. We had assumed that we were the only ones attempting a generational journey such as this, meaning that there would be no need for a formal claims process. Regardless, my ancestor, Rupert Brackenridge, did manage to file a charter for this planet's first colony, to be named New Jamestown. According to his records, no one took it seriously when he filed it, so likely it was either ignored or the records were lost to the ages. Given humanity's lack of interest in colonizing the far reaches of space at the time, it shouldn't have been a problem, but again, here we are now. Based on the data our ancestors had when they launched this endeavor, it was determined that this was the perfect planet for us. Even if we had another viable candidate planet, we lack the resources to get there. And as you know, it took us 200 years to get here. Our people have no desire to go back to drifting the stars so their children's children can possibly settle on an inferior planet.
I hear ya.
Yes, of course. But we need to start from a firm position and state our goal. If need be, we can compromise, work out a mutually beneficial deal or some such. But initially, I'd like you to be firm with them and convince them to leave the planet to us. Let me know how they respond, and we'll go from there. We thought about it, but it simply won't do. I need to think about the distant future of our people. Sure, our first settlement may be small, but our predecessors dreamt of our new civilization spreading across the globe. That will be difficult if someone else plans to do the same. While we're not completely close to the idea of sharing, it's much easier if we have complete domain over this world.
Christ. I want to say this, are you out of your mind? There's no way they'll go for that. I do wonder if she's dumb enough to try to use weapons, or if the management at Paradiso since they want to keep this hush hush. I wonder who will kill who. That's
Sorry. Now. It makes little sense to give up before you try. Thank you. And good luck.
Good luck indeed. Let's loot.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
Oh, I can show you guns. I can show you guns.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Anything to report?
I think I see someone waving at us from
I've
down
lived
there.
my entire life in the Constance. I'm not sure how else to live. I wonder what it's like out there beyond our little community.
I know I'm getting up there in years, but I don't think I'll ever tire of flying. Hey! So it is true. An actual stranger aboard our ship? Wow. Oh, geez. Sorry, of course you don't know my name. We never met. I'm Yue. Wow, I never thought this would happen. Sure. Well, unless there's anything else you want to talk about. Oh, I'm the navigation officer. Though I switch between nav and piloting. I'll be honest, the ship pretty much flies itself. Its destination hasn't changed since it launched, and we're here now, so I'm not sure what's next. See, the nav system's not perfect. We encounter stuff that our forebears didn't originally count on. Astral bodies, space debris, stuff like that. So sometimes I need to take manual control and get out of tricky situations. Then there was the time I used those unaccounted for anomalies to our advantage. Slingshotted us around a few stars that weren't supposed to be there, saved some fuel and knocked a few decades off our journey. Pretty incredible stuff. It's incredible. I'm pretty excited to meet new people and ask them all sorts of questions. I wonder about all we've missed this whole time while humanity has advanced around us. Take care of yourself out there, eh?
Yeah, I was surprised that they were left alone. I mean, sure, space is spacious.
Am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something?
Yeah, likewise.
Just stay out of trouble.
Space is vast, but still,
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting from here on out.
the leaders. No number of underground bunkers will be enough to survive the time. Yeah, that's a pass to Fallout. And then they make a pass to Andromeda. Initiative, yeah. ECS. Happened there, but something did happen.
our equipment's old doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers. The Constant is a peaceful ship.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for... Never seen a ship like yours before. But then again...
Experiencing history right now, and that there will be books written about us. I'm gonna be in a book.
My mom and dad were scared when you came on board, but I don't know why. You seem okay.
So many people out there. I thought we were alone.
Oh.
Hello there. Given that I don't know you, you must be this visitor I've been hearing so much about. I'm Julia, the Constant's chief historian. It's nice to meet you on this momentous occasion. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know? We're the descendants of wealthy elites, intellectuals, artists, scientists, and others who left Earth in 2040 to spread humanity to the stars. The thinking was that Earth's days were numbered for a variety of reasons. Our finder, Rupert Brackenridge, had the foresight to plan for the worst. Thus, he constructed this colony ship to settle what seemed like the most habitable planet we could find, knowing full well it would take generations to reach. We suspected that we may have been the only ones to leave Earth, given that no one else seemed to have the same idea. I'm glad we appear to be wrong. Well, we launched Tuesday, September 27th, 2140. So, about 190 years now. Would have been longer, but it turns out we have an ace navigator who saved us some time with some tricky maneuvers. ECS stands for Earth Colony Ship. We wanted a fairly inclusive name to represent the planet, and not a particular nation of origin. There was an old colony ship that sailed across the oceans of Earth from a country called England to settle on a new continent. It was called either the Susan or Sarah Constant. No one seems to know for sure, so ours was shortened to just Constant. Ironically enough, that ship also reached what they thought was new land, and found it populated when they arrived. As chief historian, I can tell you a lot, probably. What do you want to know? You know where to find me if you ever want to know more. If you ask around, people will either tell you my job is absolutely critical to the mission, or I just hang out, read, and watch movies. There's more to it than that. Officially, I'm assigned to the role of chief historian. Generations ago, it used to be lawkeeper of humanity, but that seemed a bit too lofty. While I don't think my job is as important as captain, engineering officer, or cultivation manager, it's still vital to our mission. Of course. Everyone was assigned their roles here. We don't choose our roles, since there are only so many of us, and every job is critical.
You took a goat.
Someone has to prove themselves either exceptionally bad at their job, or exceptionally good at another, in order to be moved. But that rarely happens.
You took a GOAT test. Aptitude test, didn't you?
I run the educational programs aboard the ship for all the children and any adults who are looking to learn about Earth history. We try to have group sessions some evenings where we read old Earth literature, watch old films, listen to music, and the like. So yes, I hang out with children and watch movies, but it's more involved than that. We historians are charged with keeping Earth culture alive, so that we never forget where we came from. I do. But sometimes it's frustrating to convince some people that my job is important, since it's not directly related to our continued survival. There was a time where I thought my sister was the lucky one, running the hydroponics farm and being responsible for feeding everyone on board. But I grew to like my work, and working with children is nice, especially since I'll never have any of my own. It's okay. I don't mind you asking. I'm actually proud of my choice. It's a great honor to give up one's ability to have a family so that others may. As you can imagine, a population limit is a necessity on board a colony ship. I made my choice long ago to give others the chance to have a larger family should they wish. Though, I suppose I don't need to worry about that now. Maybe it's time to consider it. Thanks for saying so. Goodbye.
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright, but I think the Constant was pretty bright too, so I don't really know what she means.
Miss Julia, I have a question. I bet you've been on lots of cool space adventures.
What is it?
Just like in the old movies. If there were animals on Earth, why aren't there any animals here?
Oh. Well, there wasn't enough room on board when our ancestors left Earth. We
I
only
wonder
had...
how many other planets are out there that we can...
What about the new planet? Will there be
I bet there's
animals
a
there?
billion.
Maybe. We don't know yet for sure. But if there are, they probably look a lot different than the animals we studied.
Oh, cool. I can't wait to find out.
I'm glad you're not an alien, but that would have been so cool.
I heard you came from outside the ship. I bet it was pretty cold out there.
Captain Brackenridge says the future is bright, but I think the Constant was pretty bright too, so I don't really know what she means.
Teaching will always be a part of my life.
Careful waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do. Just because our equipment's old, doesn't mean it won't work to take down troublemakers.
We have a lot of movies to get through, but maybe during our next trip, if you can convince the other children.
Really? Yeah. Hey, everyone! Miss Julia said we could watch it again.
And then maybe we
Careful
can
waving that fancy gun around. We don't need to see what it can do.
They made more of them? Oh, I'm so excited I can plot. That's what Mr. Abe says sometimes. He's funny.
Hey.
Yep, he sure is. Anyway, I
Wow.
still have some more schoolwork to do.
I've heard about you. But here you are.
Hey there.
Wow. Hi.
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there. What else is out there?
These are exciting times, aren't they?
More to learn about now.
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
As I always tell my patients, worry not, for tomorrow may bring happy surprises. Your arrival has given me hope. I'm a doctor and a counselor. I assist my wife Lorelei in performing minor medical duties, but I also practice psychology and help maintain our crew's mental health. I know it must seem strange to you. I am not a captain, nor am I a security guard. But I was brought along for a very specific reason. The captain trusts me to de-escalate situations. Pardon me saying, but we did not know who you were or what your intents were. So, Captain Breckenridge wanted me to come along as a friendly face and keep the conversation amicable. I am glad that you were peaceful, and my role was as limited as it was. Thank you. Life on a colony ship has its ups and downs, as you can probably imagine. I tend to look on the bright side of things, however. To the best of our knowledge, we were on a critical mission, saving the human race from extinction. That notion was always with us, and it instilled a sense of pride and duty. Sure, the living quarters could be considered cramped, and we could go nowhere else. but we also had near endless time with friends and loved ones. I suppose as I get on in years, I have learned to appreciate that more than anything. Be well on your journey.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
Boy, am I glad you weren't some sort of alien or something.
We've got strict rules around here, but they're strict for...
I wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little community.
It's almost time to take inventory of our stock again. Hi there. Oh! Nice to meet you. And that's true. As you can imagine, everyone kind of just knows each other around here. Meeting new people isn't really a thing for us. Right? We've been cooped up together in this ship all our lives. So outside of births, there's literally no way for new people to arrive, you know? Anyway, sorry for freezing up before. I just didn't expect our visitor from the outside to stop by and chat with me. I figured, if anything, you'd be with the captain. I'm Daisuke, the ship's provisions manager. I'm not sure what I can offer you, but if I can help, I will. And if not, I'm happy just to talk. We manage. I know back on Earth, there used to be stores all over the place. Some that even specialize in specific types of goods, if you can imagine. But here, this is it. We have very limited supplies. Most of our stuff is recycled. Even the food. In a roundabout way. If you know what I mean. It works out for the most part. Because it has to. You'll sense a running theme with that around here. Not really. Things don't work that way here. It's not a shop like you hear about in the books and movies. Or, where you're probably from. Almost everything is communal or shared in some way, but sometimes people want a little something extra or special for themselves. So when that happens, they come to me. Mostly, I just keep track of the ship's inventory and help ration the supplies so we don't run out. Be seeing you.
There's so much more to learn about now.
Tell you how many times I've had to make do with inelegant solutions to complex technical problems. I just knew it couldn't be true.
Hi there.
Hey, weren't you just saying the week before we arrived how cold and alone it felt out here and how sad it was realizing we'd never see someone new?
No, I didn't say that. Clearly that's ridiculous. I mean, are you sure that was me?
No, that was definitely you, and you definitely said that, I remember.
Okay, fine. You're right, but... Anyway, I'm glad I was wrong then.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how
These are exciting times, aren't they?
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Running out of food. Can't save us from that.
We always grow extra. Just ask Jenny. And we've got plenty.
Wow. Hi.
Hey.
I wonder what it's like out there, beyond our little...
Never seen a ship like yours before. But then again, I haven't seen any ships. Just stay out of trouble.
These are exciting times, aren't they?
I'm glad you weren't some sort of...
Hey.
What do you think people... So much more to learn about now.
Like we read about?
Sure is nice to know there are other people out there.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting.
Hey there.
The Constant is a peaceful ship.
Now that we know what's out there, things are going to be more interesting.
I've lived my entire life in the Constant. I'm not sure how else to live.
Seriously, I am lost.
We were never trained to address threats coming from outside our ship.
I heard. Exciting times.
Oh. I guess...
Should we go say something?
Yeah. Wait, no.
Oh, well, nice to meet you, I guess. I could take a break to chat if you want.
I'm sure there'll be plenty of time for that.
Certainly not what I want to do.
Guess we'll have to think of something by then.
I mean, I hate this job, and there's really nothing I can do about it. I'm the cultivation manager. Fancy words for farmer and fertilizer collector. I didn't have a choice. Most people don't. You get a job, and that's it. Like, I'm great at what I do, but I would enjoy doing literally anything else. Meanwhile, my sister Julia, she gets to hang out with kids all day and watch movies. The kids I couldn't care less about, but she doesn't even care about Earth culture. Ugh. Oh my god, it's terrible. I don't know how my parents did it, knowing they would never, ever get to leave until they died. Every day, you see exactly the same things. The same people do the same job. It's all the same. All the time. Seriously, the only thing that kept me going was knowing that we were the generation who knew we'd finally get the hell out of here. Although now that we're here, nothing seems to be happening. Sometimes I wonder if my sister was the lucky one. Ah, so you've met her. No, not Julia. Julia and I were actually triplets with our sister Jen, but the ship ran out of one of her medications and she didn't make it. Sucks, but it is what it is. We only have so many supplies. We couldn't exactly get anything new along the way. Anyway, it happened a long time ago. I don't really feel that she's lucky. I'm just frustrated. Bye.
Hey.
I wonder what else is out there.
And to think, all this time, we thought we were alone.
I don't have much to spare, but if you are ever injured, I will try my best to help. Wait, how is it I don't know you? I know everyone on this ship. Oh my. Yes, of course. Sorry, I was with a difficult patient when the announcement came through. But now I remember. They sent my husband, Mabuti, to greet you. It's quite fortunate that you arrived when you did, for Mabuti's sake. Hopefully you can help resolve our current predicament.
Hey. That's me! What can I do?
There isn't. At least not in the medical sense. Since he was one of the eldest on board, he was ready to volunteer for termination. Thankfully, since you've arrived, that no longer seems necessary. It means that he was going to volunteer his own life for the sake of the others on this ship, due to limited spaces and supplies. Like the others, his life would then be honored with special distinction and recorded for history. Rarely we had to make difficult choices when no one would volunteer. But Mabuti, he's too generous to let that happen. I certainly hope so, too. It shouldn't. Nothing. As one of the eldest, it means, like the others, rarely. I certainly hope so. We try our best to avoid that through careful family planning. Rarely we run into situations where things do not go according to plan. And then we must adjust and make difficult decisions concerning our community and resources. We never do anything without careful consideration. But at the end of the day, we need to do what is best for the ship, so as not to put everyone in jeopardy. Indeed. There aren't many doctors on board. In addition to regular checkups, I perform surgeries, obstetrics, and other medical procedures. I also help train the next generation of doctors. After all, Someone must. It's demanding work. Sure, but I only have a few things to spare. Goodbye.
Wow. Hi.
I wonder what else is out there.
Meals does that guy eat?
But he deserves whatever he gets.
Wow. I've heard about you, but here you are.
I wonder what it's like out there beyond our...
Never seen a ship like yours before. Then again, I haven't seen much. We try to stay out of the guests' way, but we're always here if needed.